Film Development Hell, Day 48. Can we even pitch at Cannes Film Festival? Is the name of this video. Why? Well, my name is Deborah Richards, and I'm an independent film director from Las Vegas. And if you're new to this channel, this is a long form look at my life as an independent film director. Now that you caught up to speed, let's talk about what's going on today. So, we are in development of our third feature right now. It's a horror called Scissormouth. And in a couple weeks' time, we have the Cannes Film Festival. And what's really exciting is we have an opportunity because someone that works with us here at 1905, her name is Danielle, and she's independently going to the Cannes Film Festival because she has a short in the short film corner. So we're really excited for her, but we thought this would be a great opportunity for her to go over there, represent us, and pitch Scissormouth to the potential stakeholders, investors, distributors. We're in the early stages of development right now, and we need to raise some money. So this would be a great opportunity for that. But there is a problem, Patrick. So I was on the phone this morning talking to a good friend of mine from LA. His name is Judah, and he is a very talented writer and a great director. And he was saying the problem with pitching at Cannes in the manner of which we're planning, which is basically elevator pitching, right, is problematic because our copyrights with the Library of Congress for Scissormouth don't really play out internationally. And someone could look at the deck from Eastern Europe or the Far East, and they could say, "Oh, I like that idea," and they could put it into production and knock it out very quick, based on the idea and elements that we pitch them at Cannes. And there's a saying in England during World War II. There was a government saying that was kind of like propaganda, but it got out there, and it was, "Loose lips sink ships."
Yes, yes.
And my gut reaction to this information is that a plan is only as good as the person who executes it. However, I put a lot of weight into the truth of loose lips sink ships. So we have to have a deep chat about how to revise our elevator pitch strategy. Unfortunately, we can't do that right now because I have a Zoom coming up in a second, and I have a new client consultation. They have a reality show sizzle that they want to produce and for them to be able to pitch. So I have a Zoom meeting about potentially directing that and maybe even editing it. So that's happening right now. But in a little bit after that, Pat, we've got to talk.
Very interesting.
Can we even pitch at Cannes? That's the dilemma.
Yeah.
But as you guys know, nothing happens without coffee, so let me get my coffee on. I can't even speak without coffee. So here's to coffee. Coffee activated. This is amazing. Quick shout out to Madhouse Coffee on Eastern Avenue in Las Vegas. This is hazelnut or caramel?
Caramel.
Oh, so good. So good. Let's set up for this Zoom. Just had a really cool new client meeting with a couple of guys who are looking to do a sizzle for a reality show, and it was really, really good. They actually genuinely have something worth talking about and championing. I can't say that word. Championing something. They have something there. So I'm gonna do a little light investigation rather than just quote them for, "Hey, I'll shoot this for that much." I was telling them maybe reverse engineer the project a little and see if the network that you're looking to hit up, try and find out what their appetite for what they're looking for is right now. So I'm going to do a little investigation and see if I can find that out for them and see if I can help them put the show together because it kind of sounds fun. Patrick, did you were listening in? What do you think of that meeting?
Yeah, I think it's very positive. They seem very talented. You've seen their work, right?
Mhm.
So that's the first step. I mean, you don't want to be selling shit. So
Yeah, if I didn't think they had something, I wouldn't be going that sticking my neck out for them. I'd just be like, oh, okay, well, go home, kid, you don't have anything. Someone actually said that to me in Hollywood once. They said, go home, kid, you got nothing.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't tell them that.
I was
but
there.
I just,
I was there.
Yeah, it's unreal. But
no, it's very positive, and I think it's going to lead to. I think it's going to lead to positive results. I mean,
yeah. And you thought what I said to them was fair and level?
Oh yeah, it was totally fair. Yeah, you weren't saying just.
I wasn't just pitching.
Yeah, give me $1,000 and I'll give you a reel and we'll try and sell it. I mean, yeah, you have to. The most important thing is to understand what the market wants. I think
Yeah, give the market what the market wants.
Give the market what the market wants.
That's good advice.
Even you have to make the market push it your direction.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's Steve Jobs all over. The world didn't know they needed the iPod until Steve Jobs told them they needed the iPod. Now, he's very good at that, at predicting what people actually need rather than asking them what they need.
No, it's very positive.
Cool, positive meeting. It's kind of triggered something in my head, so I'm going to make a couple industry phone calls to see if I can find out the information that I need to find out. And then we will talk about, can we pitch at Cannes Film Festival? Because that's the whole point of today's video. And we still haven't got down to the bottom of that. But I had to do the meeting, and now I have to follow up on the meeting. So that is the life of a freelance working independent film director, I guess. See you in a second. I've just called an emergency meeting with Danielle and Patrick to kind of update the team and talk about this dilemma about the problem that we can't really pitch at Cannes like elevator pitches. This is actually a two-part conversation because tomorrow I have a meeting with a friend of mine in England who's a producer who's thinking about coming on board with Shaken and Stirred, and she has a lot more experience with Cannes than I do because I have zero experience and she's been like 2 or 3 times. And she was saying that she could potentially pitch at Cannes. So I'm really curious to hear about her experience of how to do this safely, because obviously we're not used to international co-productions. This is a new area for us. Pat and I have a lot of experience with, producing stuff in America and Library of Congress extending their, or Library of Congress protecting our rights in that environment. We're not really used to protecting our rights over international borders. So I'm really looking forward to speaking with Jane tomorrow and finding out, as a European producer, finding out her take on this stuff. But Danielle's going to jump in at any second now, Pat, and we can maybe put our heads together. I've had some ideas, but I want to share them with you guys when she's here.
Oh.
My
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
What are you guys up to?
Oh my gosh,
Oh my gosh.
don't even. There's so much going on. It's bananas.
What are you guys not up to?
Oh my lord.
Yeah,
exactly. Hold on, let me see if I can get all of
Well,
this.
same with you. I mean, you got so much on your plate. I can't wait.
Oh my god.
No, Italy and France. I mean, come on.
Yeah, like
We're all
we're doing
busy
nothing.
speaking.
My sister said, "What are you up to?" I gave her this whole long list, and I said, "So much, but nothing really."
Yeah, right? Yeah, I feel the same, but yeah. It gets somewhere eventually. It just feels like we're doing everything but nothing.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Totally.
But it moves. It creates that momentum.
There you go. So, say hi to my YouTube people. The title.
Hi, YouTube guys.
The title of today's video is Can We Even Pitch at Cannes? And this is what happened. I had a conversation with a good buddy of mine, a writer-director called Judah from Los Angeles this morning. And we were talking... Huh?
Nothing. I said don't break my heart.
Wow.
Well, no. It's just this complexity. There's some nuance to what we're discussing here. And that nuance happens to be, so essentially what we were telling you, or what we were asking you, or how we were guiding you to pitch at Cannes yesterday was we could call that an elevator pitch, right?
Okay, yeah.
because it's on the fly, you with an iPad, yada yada yada. But the big problem with that is loose lips sink ships. And the problem is, what is to stop a Far Eastern producer or a European producer overhearing what you're saying, overhearing what you're looking at, or even being pitched to, and thinking, "Oh, I like that," and goes off and makes it because they have the ability to make it quicker and whatever, and literally steal the idea. And the thing is,
Our U.S. copyright doesn't cover outside of the U.S. obviously.
right. So this is kind of a two-part conversation because I'm meeting with Jane tomorrow, the British potential co-producer who's thinking about coming on board. And when I was setting that meeting up today or yesterday, she said, "Well, if I do come on board, I can pitch the project at Cannes." Now, she has had a lot more experience of Cannes than any of us because she's been 2 or 3 times. So we might end up with a situation with you and her pitching it at Cannes, which would be great. But I want to speak to her tomorrow about how, how from a European producer perspective, how do you protect your project from someone stealing it? Now, my initial reaction to this kind of objection to doing elevator pitches in that environment, my initial gut reaction is, well, a plan is only as good as the person that executes it. And just because someone has an idea doesn't necessarily mean they can make something great. But you are swimming in the shark tank, essentially, and there will be people with resources bigger than us, and there will be people less scrupulous than us. And how do we pitch this project? So that is the dilemma. But as I've been thinking about it throughout the day, and I haven't shared this with Patrick yet, I've got a couple thoughts on how we can maybe find some middle ground here. And maybe, because the goal is still the same, right? Let's talk explicitly about what the goal is. The goal is to make friends and get meetings for after the show.
Yes.
That's the goal, because once you make friends and create a friendship there, and we can have a next conversation, then we can guide the conversation in whichever direction we need to. But I think it's important for us to be explicitly focused on what the goal is. The goal isn't raising money, essentially. The goal is getting meetings, right?
Exactly.
Which will lead to money, okay?
For sure.
So I think the fact that, bless you, sir.
Yeah.
I think the fact that he can't necessarily do an elevator pitch without the fear of someone stealing an idea, I think that gives us an opportunity to create an air of exclusivity. Okay? And stay with
How
me.
so?
Stay with me on this, and I'm just kind of freewheeling here. But I think instead of your approach being, oh, I need advice. I got this great movie. What do you think I should do? And let's have a meeting. That's essentially what we were saying yesterday, right, for the elevator pitch. And I think the approach should be different. I think the approach should be. I still like the idea of, hey, I need advice, because it's or just however organically it comes up. I think you could say, I'm over here to support my short film, but I'm actually a creative development exec at this cool company in Vegas. And we've got a really cool project with a director attached and a star attached and partial funding attached. And I'd love to get some advice about it after the show if we could set up a meeting. And if they ask, well, what kind of advice, be like, I can't really go into specifics, but we're potentially looking at doing a co-production. I can't get into specifics about the project, but we can talk about that after the show.
But I think you could mention that a star of Fallout, Amazon's Fallout, has signed an LOI.
Yeah, you can still name drop Johnny Pemberton.
Yes.
I think that's the biggest thing.
Totally.
And I think it's fine to say it's an elevated horror, and it's if they're like, what budget range, you can say it's, if they ask, but I wouldn't give this up, you can say it's in the 1 to 5 range. You know, that's fair, right? Or do you want to say just one? Actually, you could trim it down to 1 to 3. You
1
can
to
kinda-
3.
You
1
can
to
kind of
3.
gauge it. If they're really nicely dressed, 1 to 10, 5 to 10. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm gonna say 1 to 3.
Yeah, 1 to 3, because that's realistic. That's the range.
That's
I think
realistic.
that's realistic and that's doable.
Yeah, so I think rather than doing the iPad and all that, I think it would be better for you just to concentrate on making friends. Oh my gosh, my eye is twitching again. Is it you? You make my eyes twitch.
Yeah.
Seriously. So I think it would be much better if you kind of, just be organic, be friendly, and if people ask you what you do, you like, I'm an actress, but I've also got, I'm also in development of an amazing project with an Emmy-winning director and Johnny Pemberton attached.
It's a horror.
It's a horror, and if you want to know more about that, I'd love to talk to you after the show about that. But for reasons of for reasons of confidentiality, I can't get into it now here. But
Yeah, and I think also too with that shorter pitch and more natural, I think
Yeah.
I'll make sure they are genuinely
Right,
interested.
right.
it sounds more intriguing.
It sounds more intriguing, yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to talk to like 50 people if it, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
making meetings with people that are actually truly interested in what we're doing and possibly being a part.
Well, I think it makes it more intriguing. So, like, if you bring it rather than saying, "Hey, I need advice. What do you think about this project?" It's more like, "Oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm an actress here for my film, but I'm also actually in development because I work with this independent studio in Las Vegas, and we're in development of a very cool horror project with Johnny Pemberton attached, and I'd love to tell you more about it because it's very exciting for us. But obviously, I can't do that here. So let's meet up after the show and do a Zoom. That's the pitch.
That's the pitch.
That's the pitch.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna augment this with obviously what new information we get tomorrow from Jane.
Yes, of course. We'll talk to her
Yes.
tomorrow.
For sure. Okay, so we'll stay until I go over. Yeah, you just let me know when you guys are free for a Zoom, and when you get the update, just let me know because the 30 minutes is very doable.
Excellent. Yeah.
Being updated. Okay. So.
And
When are you leaving next week?
on
Thursday?
the 6th. On the 6th, yeah.
Okay.
Yay.
So we'll refer to the pitch yesterday as the elevator pitch, and this pitch we'll call Intrigue. Codename Project Intrigue. That's what we name. Hashtag.
That made me excited. The name just made me excited.
Bloody intrigue, maybe. No,
No, just
intrigue, yeah.
Just Intrigue. Otherwise, we'll forget.
Can you say it again? I already forgot it.
Project Codename Intrigue.
Project code name intrigue.
Or the pitch. Whatever we're calling this pitch. This is the Intrigue
I like
pitch.
that. Project code name intrigue. That sparks my.
that tickles your monkey brain.
Yes, it is. Yes.
I love it. Sometimes you just gotta scratch that monkey brain.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, cool. I like it. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And then keep me updated.
Yeah, of course.
And then let me know.
Cool. But also think about what we just said as well and let it percolate. And if you have any thoughts on it, because, what do you think? That's the way, right?
Yeah. I think it's great. Yeah, so that way we don't give away too much out.
Yeah.
It sounds more interesting.
It's more interesting and it makes you more mysterious and fascinating, and they'll want to follow up with meetings. But make sure you get a business card. Make sure you exchange a business card.
That yesterday when we got off. I was thinking about when we do pitch it and tell people what it's about. It's like what makes someone else not steal it from us.
Yeah, particularly overseas.
I think the fear is particularly overseas because someone and in that environment, because we all know what a good project it is, that literally someone that has access to more money and more resources than us could just
or
steal
established resources. They've done this
or
a million times.
yeah. So this would be a kind of predatory prey, vulnerable project. So we do have to protect it a little more.
What if somebody asks to read the script?
So yeah, no problem whatsoever. I'll give me your email.
But we won't send it immediately. Yeah.
Wait till after the show, and you can get back to them, and then we can have them sign an NDA.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
even without signing an NDA, at least there's an email track then. Do you know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah, yeah,
At the very least, there's an email, um, digital paper trail.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, absolutely. If someone wants to read the screenplay, no problem. We can facilitate that. Just don't commit, don't send.
Yeah, until after.
Yeah. Say like when you get back to base, and I'll get that out to you. And then when you get back to base, you'll be like, hey, I want to send this to you. You cool with an NDA?
Yeah, I think that's smart. Okay. All right. Cool. What are you guys doing the rest of the day?
What are we doing the rest of the day? Oh, we have a board meeting with our production partners for Shaken and Stirred.
Nice.
I'm gonna start working on the deck a little, the new deck, even though you might not be taking that, I still want it for ourselves, for stakeholders and stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to contact a guy from Bartender Magazine who we might be doing a collab with.
Nice.
Yeah, for Shaken and Stirred. Yeah, that's great.
Oh, and I just had a new client meeting with a couple of guys from Vegas, married couple, professional couple, very good looking. I won't go into more than that, but they have an idea for a show that they want to pitch, and put it together a sizzle reel. And I couldn't help but feel that their idea and their them is the real deal. And so I said it's best if we reverse engineer this. So I've scheduled some feelers to go out to Disney, ABC, and HGTV to see what they're looking for, and if I can kind of connect some dots there and maybe gift a show to a friend.
It's very promising, but we can't get into details.
Yeah, can't get into the details yet.
Until we can either.
We'll talk in person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And if you want to be involved in that, that's going to be good because I'm literally offered this show to a friend who. I know that's mission creep for you because you've got your acting and you've got your development here at 1905.
But
I'm in, get me in where I fit in.
But the show they want to do, the subject matter, and they fit it perfectly. Yeah.
It seems like a perfect alignment of branding.
It feels like a good match. Feels like a very good match.
But of course, that's just from our outside looking in. That's why we have to find out from these networks what the mandate for what they're looking for is.
Yeah, what are they looking for?
And if it suits, then that might magically come together. But
interesting.
Yeah. So
We'll show you everything in person. Yeah.
More on that.
In person,
Yeah. Hush, hush.
Secret side projects. Other than that, what are we doing? I think that's about it. Like, so nothing but tons.
Yeah, but our meeting with our co-producers, we're gonna get into a lot of stuff. So.
Okay. Yeah. I'm excited about all the updates.
Yay! And then tomorrow we'll do like a Can We Talk About Can Part 2, and figure out if the intrigue, if Codename Project Intrigue, is the way to go.
And we'll tell you more in person too, of course.
You have to do what are these called? The dot.
What's the dot? Morse code?
Can we talk about Can Part 2? The dot. What is that thing called? It's the sign.
Dot. Yeah.
Question mark?
No, the dot.
The dot.
Dot project code name intrigue.
Love it. That's what's happening.
I don't know what it's called.
Colon.
One dot on top of another dot?
Colon.
Colon project code name intrigue. Title.
That's great.
Awesome. Alright, darling, we gotta run. But, let's catch up tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye, you too.
Bye.
So that's the plan. I think Pat has to go out for a quick appointment right now. And then as soon as he gets back, we got a board meeting with our production partners for Shaken and Stirred, and we got a couple of things to get through. And I've got to get on some creative for the new deck for Scissormouth, although we don't have such a harsh deadline on the deck right now, because before we were trying to get it done in time for Cannes, but I don't think we're going to send Danielle with the deck. That being said, if Jane tomorrow says, yes, get me a deck, I've got to put my foot on the gas, so I might as well start designing the deck anyway. I've already put together some cool concept art, and I'm going to try and cobble the rest together, but it's a little bit top secret, so I might show you some snippets, but I don't want to show you everything just yet. You will see in good time. Don't worry. I got you. got you guys. So I need to get into creative space and do a little creative work, which sounds 100% my kind of thing, which is really cool. And I'm also waiting on the notes back from the client on the commercials that we just finished that we shot last week. So, like we keep saying, nothing really happening, but so much going on. But I'm gonna dig into the creative and work on this deck. And if I can show you some little things, I might, but no promises.
Hey, long time no talk to.
Hey, what's up? What's up? I just started recording. Hold on, say hi to YouTube people.
Hello, people of YouTube land. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
So, yeah, YouTube people, just to catch you up, Pat's at the dentist. He should have been back by now, but he's not. So, but I have my notes, and I'm gonna have a meeting with the incredible Rob Houston and Dean Sunils when he gets here as well. Two of our production partners on Shaken and Stirred. And we're gonna catch up because we haven't really had a chance to catch up since the premiere, right? Like, I was sick, you were busy. Dean was traveling.
Patrick was producing.
So this is the first time in a beat that we're getting a chance to catch up. So I'm excited to catch up.
Likewise. Yeah, for sure.
There you go. Is Dean gonna?
Yes, I know we just got the phone earlier while he was driving, briefly, so I know he's jumping on.
Awesome.
6:15 or 6:30, so that's why I put the group chats open.
Yeah. So I haven't even had a text from Patrick, so I don't know what's going on. So I'm just gonna assume that he's occupied.
He's got a mouthful of gauze.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that. So I'm gonna make notes. So forgive me because I'll be going a little bit slower then, because usually he makes notes.
Awesome. It's the first time I get to crack open my Shaken and Stirred book from the premiere, so thank you for that.
I was so mad about that because I after we packed up all the stuff, like a couple days later, I was like, oh, I'm gonna take dibs on the book. And Pat was like, oh no, Rob's already taken it. I was like, oh.
It was like the one thing I wanted, because I use books all the time. That's how I take my notes. And it's like, oh, this one will be perfect, because I use it just for Shaken and Stirred now, instead of having to look for notes.
I then put dibs on the on the hoodie, but then it didn't fit me, so that's what we gave away in the giveaway this weekend.
Oh, well, now we gotta order more books for all of us then.
Oh no, it's okay. I've got tons of movie swag. I'm surprised I'm not even wearing any movie swag. This is a festival hat, but yeah, no, it's fun. I'm glad you got it. Oh, the door just went. I think Pat's in. Hi, Pat. Remarkable timing. That is actually exactly on time.
To the minute. This guy is good.
To the minute. Patrick, how are you?
Good. Trying to time it.
Is everything okay at the dentist?
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, the whole gang's here.
I'm out $88.
Uh-oh. As long as...
my dentist appointment, because I'm like, I can save the money right now. I'll wait a little bit.
As long as it's $88 and not 88 teeth.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah. Cookie's happy to see you.
Hi.
Everything good?
Yeah, it's good, yeah.
Awesome.
Well, how was Portugal?
Oh,
Hey.
Miss Dean. Hey, Dean. Hello. The whole gang's here.
Portugal was fun. It was, I was telling Deb a little earlier, it was the first time I went to a bartending competition. It didn't have to judge or compete, so just packing, I'm like, I just need one bag. This is all I need. It was weird. So I got to actually enjoy it because I helped out with the stage, and they got a lot of content for Cocktail Network Live. So it was good. I got to really sit back and enjoy it from a different point of view.
That's great. That's great.
Hey, Dean, say hi to my YouTube real quick before I sign off.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Dean Sternil saying hello-sies.
Love it, love it. All right, guys, I gotta take this meeting, so I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. So that was a good meeting with the boys. It felt like a long meeting. I think that was an hour. Wait, what was that? 3:15, 4. Wow, hour and a half meeting. Yeah, that was a long meeting. With our production partners for Shaken and Stirred, Rob and Dean. And it was good to catch up because we really haven't spoken since the premiere. Just 4 or 5 weeks ago. Oh my gosh, where does the time go? It goes so quickly. So, yeah, we're all up to speed. Okay, tomorrow I have my meeting with my friend in England who is a producer. Her name is Jane. We're going to be discussing the possibility about her joining the party for Scissormouth and drawing on her experience for pitching at Cannes, because she's been to Cannes, and if anyone can, she can. So I'll fill you guys in tomorrow. Well, we'll just jump into... Oh no, you know what? When this video comes out, it will be Friday. So I just wanted to say, have an amazing weekend, guys. If you like this long-form content, click in the circle up here. Please leave a 5-star review down below. And I will see you on Monday morning for more film development hell. Peace.